Olga, a likely story. I need to talk to your grandmother right away. Now get out of my way, you nasty little worm of a boy, said as he shoved the boy aside and opened the living room door. Granny must have heard Ben through the door, because when Mr. Parker burst into the room, she was standing in her bra and knickers in a tree pose. Mr. Parker, do you mind? Said Granny, in mock horror that he had seen her in a state of undress.
The boy picked up his knife and was about to cut into the cake when he stopped. He stared at the cake. Then he looked up at the Trunchbull, then at the tall, stringy cook with her lemon juice mouth. All the children in the hall were watching tensely, waiting for something to happen. They felt certain it must. The Trunchbull was not a person who would give someone a whole chocolate cake to eat just out of kindness. Many were guessing that it had been filled with pepper or castor oil, some foul-tasting substance that would make the boy sick. It might even be arsenic, and he would be dead in 10 seconds flat. Or perhaps it was a boy trapped in a cake, booby-trapped cake, and the whole thing would blow up the moment it was cut, taking Bruce Bogtrotter with it. No one in the school put it past Trunchbull to do any of these things.
Next door's cat ate my piranha! He ate it for a lark. I've put a new fish in the pond. And this time, it's a shark!
They're famous inventors and their bright ideas. Both Archimedes and Leonardo were born well before their time. In their days, inventing was a strange and unusual thing to do. People thought of inventors as rather nutty magicians. In fact, some of them, like the inventor of the first robots, were tried as witches. The lack of power sources, especially portable ones, meant that the whole areas of technology were just impossible, and without a means of mass production, it just wasn't much need for inventors to take the drudgery out of life.
Scared of the dark. I'm scared of the dark. I don't like it one bit. I'm scared of the dark. There, I've admitted it. I'm scared of the things that go bump in the night. I'm scared of the creatures outside of the light. I'm scared of the dark. And what scares me most is when the dark, I meet another ghost.
She wants to stay. Let her stay. It's fine with me. Matilda leapt into Miss Honey's arms and hugged her, and Miss Honey hugged her back. And then the mother and father and brother were inside the car, and the car was pulling away with tires screaming. The brother gave away through the rear window, but the other two didn't even look back. Miss Honey was still hugging the tiny girl in her arms, and neither of them said a word as they stood there watching the big black car tearing round the corner of the end of the road and disappearing forever into the distance.
Mr. Hoppy lived in a small flat high up in a tall concrete building. He lived alone. He had always been a lonely man, and now that he was retired from work, he was more lonely than ever. There were two loves in Mr. Hoppy's life. One was the flowers he grew on his balcony. They grew in pots and tubs and baskets, and in the summer the little balcony became a riot of colour. Mr. Hoppy's second love was a secret he kept entirely to himself.
Crayon Poem by James Carter. With these crayons, I could draw a crazy purple dinosaur, an orange mouse with yellow cheese, a big black dog with big brown fleas, a tall blue house, a small green door, 4 white windows, something more, silver raindrops, golden sun, then a rainbow. Sounds like fun. With these crayons, I could draw so much more.